Or is that something for another track? Can I still get the fun? That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying. No, I'm saying this right here. Yeah, the outside shots, the shots. Yeah. All
Good morning. Are you all set with seats? No. My dad. What? Does he want to
Band set up over here to take at.
Hi there. How are you? Congratulations. Hey, look. Here. Turn around.
Ah! Wait, hold on! It's live broadcast! It's live!
Hi.
Michael plays for Sky at the band, so he's the, I mean, Michael Clarity's in the band, and he's the one who plays.
Was looking for your orange dress. Don't you look beautiful? Thank you. I love this dress. Got it. Morning of your dinner. I went
Oh, that's the one you talked about.
Yeah. Like, it's like the
Black hat.
it was free. No, come on. Canada. Everyone, I don't walk in Canada.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we gotta get to bucket your feet up.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Sammy Metzger? Jeff Adams?
Hi, of course. Sunglasses. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
No tear. Okay.
A little faster.
There's no It's like okay, so I did, yes, so this is and the careers are coming, and then I have those things for you guys. Okay, all right. I'll do it. There he is. Everybody's in front of them.
Please stand as we read the mission statement. The Boys Latin School of Maryland instills the core values of courage, integrity, and compassion in each boy, as embodied by our motto, Esse quam mudere, to be rather than deceive. By understanding how boys learn best, our talented faculty fosters enduring personal relationships and empowers each student to strive for academic and personal excellence. Please be seated. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, parents and family members, friends, and especially members of the class of 2014, it's my pleasure to welcome you this morning to the 170th Commencement Exercises of the Boys Latin School of Maryland. As we begin, I'd like to take the opportunity and ask parents and grandparents of the graduating class to please stand and be recognized by our graduates for the sacrifice and support you've provided. Gentlemen, join me in thanking them. Today's activities would not be possible without the planning of Mrs. Robin Smith. Thanks as well to Mr. Steve Dubin, Mr. Wayne Cornish, and the facility staff for transforming this space for our commencement. Finally, a special thanks to Piper Andrew McGowan, class of 2012, and the musicians of the Sounding Brass Quartet. Would you please join me in thanking them? We've been fortunate this year to benefit from extraordinary student leadership in helping to set a wonderful tone for our student body. I'd ask the student body president, Luke Klutz, please stand and be acknowledged for his service. Luke. It's a pleasure to introduce our valedictorian this morning, Alexander Andrews. Alex, come on up. Alex came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Do you remember meeting me the summer before 9th grade in my office? We had a good talk about our shared love of Dave Matthews, your love of Dave Matthews. In that conversation that happens with every entering 9th grade student, we talk about goals for life in the upper school and beyond. And you know, in doing a little research, Alex, it's clear that you did just fine. You earned a 4.58 GPA, took 9. Good. Took 9 advanced placement and 13 honors courses over 4 years, editor-in-chief of the newspaper, and the list goes on and on. It's my pleasure to introduce Alex Andrews.
Thank you, Headmaster Post. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the class of 2014's graduation ceremony. This morning, I would like to share with you 4 seemingly unrelated stories that I will tie together throughout the speech. First story. There is a fantastic new bit at Orioles games this year where players read song lyrics as if they were a poem, asking fans to guess which song they are reading from. Today, I decided to try my own. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way, because I'm happy. Second story. I remember standing in a sea of maroon, straining on the tip of my toes, trying to see over my fellow classmates. Suddenly, the sea parted, and our student body president, Tyler Steinhardt, dressed as Moses and walked through, concluding our grand entrance into St. Paul's. It was a spectacular moment, yet, looking back, I felt as if I was alone in that crowd, isolated, trying to figure out how I fit in exactly. Third story. Last Thursday, my mom and I went shopping for graduation. Naturally, all my khakis are frayed and ripped, so we went to Cohen's to buy a new pair. After that, we headed over to Hunt Valley to look for dress shoes. Usually about a 10-minute drive, our trip took over an hour due to an accident that closed off York Road entirely. The waiting was long, awful, and unanticipated, but I accepted it. It was just another step in the 4-year process towards graduation. Fourth story. On Monday, May 19th, Sandra Bullock was a surprise guest speaker at the commencement ceremony for a high school in Louisiana. She gave various tidbits of advice to the students, but one in particular stands out. She said, when someone who cares about you hugs you, hug them back with 2 arms. Don't do the one-armed hug, because when you hug with 2 arms, it allows you to lean on somebody, and we always need somebody to lean on. So what do these 4 stories reveal and have in common? These are the stories that define the class of 2014's 4 years here on Lake Avenue. As my first story explains, in freshman year we were, as Pharrell Williams explains in his song, happy. We were free from the clutches of middle school, free to do what we wanted, and happy to finally be able to call ourselves high schoolers. Sophomore year, as my second story explains, we were lost in a sea of maroon. The class of 2014 was stuck in an awkward, identityless year, understanding we are not merely freshmen anymore, but not quite upperclassmen. Junior year, the end was in sight, like the traffic jam on York Road in my third story. The only problem was that it was our hardest year yet. A barrage of homework and responsibility held us back from the freedom we craved. This year, we saw our entire high school career culminate into a deeper understanding of what it means to be brothers in the form of the senior retreat. By opening ourselves up to our classmates like never before, we learned how to hug each other with both arms, how to depend on one another, how to lean on our friends, and how to hold them up when they lean on us. All 4 years were essential in creating this strong bond of brotherhood. All 4 years were essential in making us the men we are today. All 4 years were essential in preparing us for the road ahead. Moving forward is hard. The past is safe, warm, familiar. The future is dark, scary, and unknown. So, class of 2014, let's take our past with us. Let's carry all 4 years of high school within us as we write our next chapters. Let's go to college happy. Let's be happy that we are fortunate enough to take on the college experience. Let's be happy that we have a new start. Let's be happy that we can show up to class wearing whatever we want. Let's take what we learned from sophomore year about our place in the world and run with it. We have established who we are. Let's waste no more time trying to redefine ourselves. Let's learn from junior year that yes, the end is in sight, but we should enjoy that ride in traffic instead of complaining about our situation. Let's put on our favorite tune instead of honking at others. Let's take to college our newfound ability to hug each other with both arms and to trust and to lean on those who care about us. Today is our last day together as an entire class. It's our last day on Lake Avenue as seniors. It appears as if it's our last day to stand side by side as brothers. It's not. It's our first. Brothers stick together forever. Using what we learned on the senior retreat, we can keep the strong bond we have intact. As senior farewell, my eyes filled with tears at the idea that our journey together has ended. Well, it hasn't. Our journey has only just begun. This last, most important point is something I really touched on today. I have a special bond rarely found in other high schools. So let's keep it with us for years to come. It's terrifying to have each other around in case we need some help. So let's not make this bleak future a reality. Stay in touch. Visit each other during holiday breaks. Text each other from time to time. Let's hug each other with both arms. Let's make sure that a year from today, we can still say that we can lean on our fellow Lakers. It has been an honor being the nerdiest kid of the class of 2014. I can't wait to see everyone again next week at Ocean City. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That was terrific. Each spring, members of the senior class, the faculty, and the administration nominate and vote on recipients for various commencement awards. The first award is the J. Elwood Peter Memorial Award. It was established by Mr. and Mrs. C.M. Peter to be presented to that member of the senior class who, in the opinion of his classmates, possesses the characteristics of heart, mind, and conduct that manifest a spirit of love for and helpfulness to his fellow men, as were exemplified by their son, J. Elwood Harrison Peter, class of 1934. The J. Elwood Peter Memorial Award is presented to Liam Berman. The Jack H. Williams Award for Benevolence was established in 1978 by the school in memory of Mr. Williams' class of 1938, who served as beloved headmaster from 1962 to 1978. The Jack H. Williams Award for Benevolence is presented to Hunter Moreland. I'm pleased to introduce Director of Alumni Relations, Mr. Matt Kennedy, class of 1976, to present the Julian and Carolyn Smith Alumni Award.
Thank you, Chris. I am pleased to present the 2014 recipient of the Smith Alumni Cup for leadership based on character, which was established in 1916 by the Alumni Association, and in 2012 dedicated to Julian and Carolyn Smith, to Evan Doler.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. It's my pleasure to introduce the co-heads of the upper school, Mr. Charles Franklin, Upper School Director of Academics, and Mr. Brian Mitchell, Upper School Director of Student Life. Mr. Mitchell will present the next award.
The Senior Internship Award is given to a senior for an outstanding performance in all aspects of the senior internship program. In order to be considered for the award, a senior must select a challenging internship, complete all aspects of the application on time, and receive positive reviews from his internship supervisor. Before I announce this year's winner, I'd like to thank Mrs. Gina Moling for all of her hard work she puts into making this program such a success. This year's award winner completed his internship at the Space Telescope Science Institute on the campus of Johns Hopkins University. He was described as highly productive and very personable throughout his time at the Science Center. Our recipient completed 3 projects while on site, which culminated by learning how to use the tool astronomers use to construct observations for the Hubble Space Telescope. The Senior Internship Award this year is presented to Justin Williams. The next awards will be our faculty awards. The faculty awards are presented to those members of the senior class that merit special recognition. The first faculty award is presented to Michael Hopkins. Michael, you're a gentleman in every sense of the word. You are curious and thoughtful while you embrace every challenge. You opened your heart to us and allowed us to experience your kind and gentle soul, while teaching us to always make every day count. From your genuine smile to your unwavering values, you've been a leader by example for the entire BL community. Our next recipient is Griff Volker. Griff, you're always ready with kind words, a smile, and a seemingly endless repertoire of puns and jokes. Your quiet selflessness shows us what friendship looks like. And your passion for pop culture, specifically film and the blues, reveals the depth of your character and creativity. You feel things deeply. You are an old soul. You've grown tremendously over the past 4 years, and we are all so proud of the young man you have become.
Next faculty award is Casey Border. Casey, you are an inspiration to all of us. In your own quiet way, you have provided an example of strength, and you demonstrate a capacity for growth, which we all admire. You are a deep thinker whose kind spirit always puts others first. Your warm smile, helping hand, great sense of humor, and heartfelt compassion for your peers has made us all better. Hey.
Our next recipient is Travis White. Travis, you've been our moral compass. You are a responsible young man who consistently shows kindness and empathy towards others. You found pleasure in learning while becoming a natural leader along the way. You are honest, kind, humble, while being wise beyond your years. Few possess a more authentic and genuine smile that brings ease to every situation.
The next award, Christopher and Connor Keogh. Reliable, focused, dedicated, polite, responsible, full of wit and humor, and of course, inseparable. Chris and Connor, you are selfless young men who have given your all in every endeavor. On the football field, in the classroom, and in the Dizzy Bat Arena. You have shown us the joy of being part of a team, a duo in your case, while retaining your own individual identities. We admire and celebrate your bond as brothers, and thank you for all that you have given to our community. The next award, Nick Wheelis. Nick, you bent our minds with your senior speech and again showed us your extraordinary talent. As a complex and deep thinker, you pursue the why in everything. You are a philosopher who loves ideas, books, and education for its own sake. You ask great questions and never settle for easy answers. Your charm, compassion, and creativity have allowed us to learn a little bit more about ourselves.
Congratulations, gentlemen, on your achievements and recognition. Several years ago, we wanted to highlight the musical talents of our seniors in the instrumental music program. So today, it's my pleasure to introduce the Senior Jazz Ensemble, comprised of Andrew Hairston, Dylan Hazlett, Christian Mitchell, and Andrew Werner, under the direction of Mr. Clark Nyman, to perform Chameleon by Herbie Hancock. Fellas, that was terrific. Thanks so very, very much. And in case you're wondering, they are available for weddings and graduation parties. So, we've come to that point. Commencement represents that moment of limbo, suspended between what was and what shall be, collectively as a class and as part of the school, and individually as you look out on the horizon of your future. In the awarding of your diplomas today, we celebrate the journey that each of you has walked that leads you here. In the past, it's been customary for the headmaster to address the graduating class, recalling your merits, occasionally a foible or two, and wishing you good fortune as you venture forth into this brave new world. But that's not what we'll do today. Over the last couple of years, we've started to do things a bit differently, and fellas, why stop now? So today, as we present your diploma to each of you, you'll hear the voice of this community reflected back. In advance, I'd like to thank the faculty dream team, my partners in crime and co-conspirators, for all of your words of encouragement and affirmation for our boys that will be shared today. In particular, Mrs. Barnett and Mrs. Campbell in the lower school. We can thank them. Mr. Mollett, Ms. Brackens, Mr. Shriver, and Mr. Z in the middle school. And in the upper school, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Bailey, Ms. Clark, Ms. Diggs, Madame Howell, Mrs. Kenny, Mr. McDonald, Mrs. Rodriguez, Mrs. Rosiak, Mr. Robinson, Mr. Thomas, Ms. Tubman, and especially Mrs. Badmington, Mrs. Mullally, and Mr. Dajane. Thank you, friends. The diploma of the Boys Latin School of Maryland is awarded to those individuals who have successfully completed the high school course of studies as determined by the Board of Trustees, the headmaster, and the faculty. I'd ask that Mr. Walker McGatt, President of the Board of Trustees, join me for the presentation of the diplomas as Mr. Franklin and Mr. Mitchell read the graduates' names.
Cameron Albert Adams.
Congratulations. Cameron came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. It was during middle school you discovered and developed a passion for squash, a sport in which you excelled throughout the upper school, despite overcoming injury and setbacks. You served as an intern in the Writing Center, and during the upper school performed as a part of the chorus. You served as a student leader of the senior retreat and are respected by peers and teachers alike for your thoughtful insights and ability to add depth to conversation in class discussion. This may have been best seen in your senior speech as you discussed big questions of philosophy, the universe, and our own human quest for knowledge and understanding. Cameron will attend Hobart College in the fall. Congratulations.
Alexander Joseph Andrews.
Go around first. Alex came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Now, Alex, we've already established your academic acumen. I do think that it bears mentioning, however, that you did earn 1 B+ in the upper school. So try a little harder when you get to the next level. You're an incredibly mature and intelligent student, navigating the most challenging course load possible, completing multivariate calculus, all sorts of APs to earn national distinction. You served as editor-in-chief of the Inkwell. You played varsity squash and tennis, and along the way were selected as a senior prefect, a new student officer position this year. Here's the thing. You're revered by classmates and faculty alike. Despite your rabid Orioles and Dave Matthews Band fan status, you have a wonderful sense of self that comes through in your sense of humor and the way you interact with others. You know who you are, you're comfortable in your own skin, and we couldn't be more proud of you. Next year, Alex will attend the University of Virginia.
Daniel Lawrence Baker.
Daniel came to Boys Latin in the lower school. You know, your signature look belies the terrific student that you are. While it may appear that to some that you just rolled out of bed, you've proven yourself to be a thoughtful and mature student. While to the outside observer you may seem quiet or hard to read, faculty and friends alike know there's a sweetheart of a young man inside. A three-sport varsity athlete, Daniel played tennis, squash, was co-captain of the varsity soccer team. Proof that karma is truly on your side. You reflected on a Friday morning during your senior speech the trials and tribulations that you never scored a varsity soccer goal over several years, only to score a couple of goals that very afternoon. Daniel will attend Miami University of Ohio next year.
Brian Alexander Becker.
Brian came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. Teachers have described you as upbeat, determined, and engaged, best seen in your terrific sense of humor. For you, Brian, relationships are particularly important, whether with classmates and faculty or with your own family. Your interest in your academic success inspires others to raise their game, and that was certainly seen on the soccer field as well. You were a several-year starter and served as co-captain of the varsity squad. You garnered numerous awards for your outstanding playing contributions, including being named to All-MIA Conference team. Next year, carrying your passion for soccer with you, you will continue your family's legacy and attend Roanoke College. Congratulations.
Glenn Bernard Becker.
Glenn came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade. You're recognized for your outstanding work ethic, Glenn. Teachers see that you genuinely care about the quality of your work and that you have a keen desire to master the material that you've encountered. You've been committed to the yearbook project. While athletics have been important to you, you've persevered through various setbacks and challenges. Over the past year in particular, your passion for eating healthy and working out has achieved legendary status. Respected by students and teachers alike, we see in you a tremendous commitment to family and to showing up, characteristics of a young man who knows who he is. Next year, Glenn will attend the University of Maryland. Congratulations.
Matthew Gregory Bennett.
I came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. You're interested in how things work, and you're especially interested in something if you can take it apart and put it back together, not necessarily in the same order or having it look the same way. Well, outside of school, you're particularly interested in cars. You've been involved here at school as well. You played varsity football, helped to build sets for the drama productions, but most significantly, you've been a part of the robotics team. Hands-on design and build, and ultimately piloting of the robot, which this year scored the highest number of points in the regional competition. No question, Matt, you're wired to become an engineer, and next year you'll begin that process at Florida Institute of Technology. Congratulations.
Frederick Ray Boast.
Freddie, where did the time go? You were such a cute little guy when you came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. 13 years old, 6'1", size 12.5 shoes on the way to 14. Early on, Freddie and I had a conversation. He said, well, if he couldn't play in the NFL, he'd like to be an architect or an engineer someday. And that interest translated to the classroom, where you've done well, particularly in math and science. You're widely recognized for your determination. You don't settle for less than your best effort, and that's propelled you athletically. In your time here, you've been a three-sport varsity athlete, co-captain of football, basketball, baseball teams, earning all conference honors in baseball. Additionally, you received the Woodward Cup for outstanding contribution as a three-sport varsity athlete. Next year, Freddie will attend St. Francis University in Pennsylvania.
Casey James Bordick.
Casey's been with us from the beginning. You know, Casey, you and your brother gave Mrs. Campbell fits, but she could tell who you were because you were in her homeroom. Casey loves to read, to write, and to think about ideas. In your senior speech, you reflected for the community your own journey through music that you've listened to at different stages, a metaphor for your own journey through Boys Latin. Your insight helps you speak eloquently about themes and nuance in literature and writing. That insight emanates from your own journey and, reflecting the high esteem that classmates and faculty hold you, led you to become a student leader of the senior retreat where you're modeled in your own openness our core values of courage and compassion that distinguish you. Casey will attend Goucher College next year.
Dylan Michael Bordick.
With us from the beginning as well, and as previously noted, you were part of the duo that gave Mrs. Campbell fits. But since you didn't sit in her homeroom, she figured out who you were too. Were you guys ever tempted to switch on her? Maybe? Maybe. Over the course of time, you've displayed a great love for your school. You're an enthusiastic supporter of your classmates in all sorts of events, whether plays or performances or athletics. You found significant leadership roles this year, being selected both as a senior prefect and as a senior retreat leader. As a prefect, you were enthusiastic about being paired up with Mr. Higginson's 9th grade advisory and had a huge impact on those students. You set a great example for underclassmen and classmates alike by simply being, as one faculty member put it, a solid citizen above all else. Next year, Dylan will attend James Madison University.
Jordan Roberto Brooks.
Jordan came to Boys Latin as a junior in the upper school. You're excited to play basketball here at BL, but your experience has been so much richer than that. Teachers have been impressed with your serious and hardworking nature. One faculty member commented that while you're soft-spoken, words carry weight with and for you. Honesty and integrity aren't just empty words to you. They're traits that you live by. You contributed to the varsity volleyball team and served as co-captain of the varsity basketball team, where you earned all-conference honors in addition to various teams' awards. Next year, Jordan will attend Salisbury University.
Austin Laird Brown.
Austin came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade, and it was in the middle school where you earned the prestigious title of a middle school squirrel. Let me explain that concept. It's the time-honored tradition of a member, typically of the 7th grade, who drives you a little nutty, but you love them. Carrying that legacy forward, was it that heritage that caused you and Parker and others on the JV lacrosse team to call Mr. Mollett from the back of the team bus while he was sitting only a few rows ahead of you and pretend to be from the opposing school and claim that some freshman of ours had been left behind at the away game? You know, Mr. Mollett loves telling that story. Austin, you have a great personality and you're always willing to laugh at yourself. Contributing to the varsity volleyball and varsity lacrosse teams, you're recognized as a wonderful friend to teammates and classmates alike. Next year, Austin will attend the University of Richmond.
Natal Emilio Bruno, Jr.
Originally hailing from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Tally came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade. Teachers respect you as a capable student with a tremendous work ethic who developed an ability and love of writing in your years in the upper school. You made important contributions to the varsity football team and, of course, to the varsity lacrosse team, earning various awards, including all-conference honors. Coaches and teammates are struck by the joy that you found in perfecting your craft, saying that it's with the lacrosse stick that you can bring the fastball, shooting it over 95 miles an hour. That was demonstrated, most importantly, though, you're respected as a leader, and that was demonstrated as you served as a student leader for both the sophomore and the senior retreats, experiences that really stretched you, and you more than rose to the challenge. Next year, Tally will attend Johns Hopkins University.
Liam Curran Berman.
Liam, the faculty believes the best word to describe you is determined. But that shouldn't surprise us, right? After all, your great-grandfather once fought Joe Louis to a standstill. Originally enrolled in the lower school, you were determined to leave Boys Latin and address challenges of learning differences in order to return to home on Lake Avenue. After several years at Odyssey, you returned in the 8th grade. You've impressed teachers by your depth of character, working tirelessly to find academic success. You lead by example effortlessly. Your goodness as a person compels others to listen and to be led. That's best reflected in your leadership roles as a student body officer, a leader of the senior retreat, and a key contributor both on the varsity soccer and lacrosse teams. Liam and his tenacious spirit will attend Denison University in the fall.
Michael Aaron Chalosky.
Michael came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. You're a hard-working and dedicated young man who displays a real sense of pride in the work that you do. Outside of school, you've been deeply involved in community service, winning the Headmaster's Community Service Award this year. Your physics teacher remarked that while you're quiet, you're fiercely competitive. When it looked like you were going to come in second in the physics competition, you redoubled your efforts and spent countless hours to make sure that you'd come in first. That drive served you well as a key contributor to the robotics team's success over the past 4 years. Next year, Michael will begin in earnest his pursuit of an engineering career as he attends Virginia Tech. Congratulations.
Colin Randall Chell.
Colin, lovingly nicknamed Randy by his coaches and teammates, came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. Cheerful and respectful, you're admired by teachers and classmates alike. You're consistent, honest, and humble. You always take responsibility for yourself and for your actions. You have a desire to continuously improve, and it shows through in your classwork and in your on-field performance. In your time in the upper school, you've made significant contributions to the varsity lacrosse team, serving as co-captain and earning all conference honors. Next year, Colin will attend Ohio State University. Congratulations.
Michael Galloway Connor.
Michael came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. Faculty members comment on your engaging and cheerful nature. While you can at times appear to be joking or taking life as it comes, you've worked hard for your progress in the upper school. You've developed strategies for success as you've addressed your learning differences, and you've come to view faculty members as resources and friends in that journey. You've come into your own, particularly in your junior and senior year, a trend that bodes well for your future. Next year, Michael will attend Roanoke College.
Hunter Alexander Katsuratis.
Hunter came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Early on, you distinguished yourself as the kind of student that teachers love to have in class. You're kind and respectful, attentive to your work, and always ask good questions. You've contributed significantly to the life of the school as a 3-sport varsity athlete, competing in soccer and tennis and serving as co-captain of the varsity wrestling team. Your tenacity on the mat garnered numerous awards and accolades, including competing at the state and national prep championship levels. Recognizing your gentle spirit, you received the Jack Williams Award for Sportsmanship this year. Next year, Hunter will attend Sewanee, the University of the South. Congratulations.
Brady Hughes DeShiel.
Brady came to Boys Latin in the 10th grade, and we're pretty sure, Brady, that you've had the smile on your face from the moment that you came to campus. Dedicated, intelligent, funny, and outgoing. This is how your teachers describe you as a student. Likewise, your humility and your great sense of humor are respected by peers and teachers alike. Brady contributed to the varsity lacrosse team, bringing that same enthusiasm and sense of joy to his teammates. Next year, Brady will attend Furman University.
Colin Gerard Dempsey.
Colin came to Boys Latin in 8th grade. Your teachers reflect that you've matured as a student, willing to take risks and use strategies you've learned to overcome different challenges. One commented that you've developed into a kind-hearted and hard-working young man. a recipe for success long after high school. Athletically, you've contributed both to the varsity soccer and lacrosse programs. This too has occurred as you've overcome at times debilitating injuries. You're the consummate teammate. You've worked tirelessly, willing to do anything for the team. Next year, Colin will attend St. Mary's College.
Evan Arthur Doler.
Evan came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade and jumped headfirst into experience here on Lake Avenue. Actually, maybe it was Cape first. Among the many highlights of your experience was your senior speech detailing how you dressed up as a superhero and attended children's birthday parties to convey one simple message: be willing to take risks and dream big dreams. A talented student earning national honors and Williams Scholar accolades, you served as an intern in the Writing Center and you've explored a passion in visual arts, most notably in your painting of Baltimore that received terrific reviews at the recent All-School Art Show. Played football and lacrosse along the way, but most significantly served as co-captain of the varsity wrestling team. Your drive and competitiveness set a tremendous example for teammates as you earned state and national prep championship recognitions. Next year, Evan will attend UMBC.
Corey Evans Gaines.
Corey came to Boys Latin in the 10th grade. In your time in the upper school, you've enjoyed contributing to the varsity baseball team. Faculty members know you to be insightful and to be able to raise the quality of discussion in any class. But for you, Corey, your greatest attribute is perseverance. You've exhibited wisdom, courage, and strength of character as you've navigated various challenges that have made the very act of coming to school difficult at times. You've always taken responsibility for yourself and for your actions, and you stand here today, poised to take the next steps in your journey. Next fall, Corey will attend Washington College.
Nicholas Anthony Gesualdi.
Nick came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade. An excellent student, Nick is universally respected by faculty members for his unparalleled work ethic and his strong desire to bring his A game in the classroom, on the field, and in the community. He makes the most of every day, finding time to squeeze in a visit with a teacher or to fine-tune a project or presentation that was already in great shape. That will is seen, too, on the football and lacrosse fields, where you served as co-captain and earned all-conference honors. Coaches have reflected that you're one of the most humble yet driven players they've had the good fortune to coach. Tough as they come, you play with a smile on your face and with the steely determination of someone who refuses to lose. Next year, Nick will attend Cornell University.
Jack Patrick Gilbert.
Jack came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade, and in the upper school, you hit your academic stride. You learned that attention to detail and keeping things in balance would be keys to success. Perhaps those are the lessons that you learned on the basketball courts of local rec leagues, where you spent countless hours as a referee, helping to guide young players while also balancing the needs of occasionally opinionated coaches and parents who are only too willing to give you advice. You ever have any of those? You handled it all with grace and poise, and that's translated to your experiences here. You contributed both to the varsity volleyball and squash teams over your time in the upper school. Next year, Jack will attend James Madison University.
Andrew Cameron Grau.
With us from the beginning, Andrew began his academic career here in our lower school. We're pretty certain that it was in those early formative years that you established the love you have for Boys Latin. In the lower school, you earned several awards, most notably the Faculty Award at 5th grade closing exercises. Andrew, no one will ever forget the sight of you in the stands, dressed as a Laker lumberjack, with a scraggly-looking beard dangling loosely from your ears, cheering our teams on to victory. That zeal for Boys Latin is seen in the relationships that you form with teachers and classmates alike. In addition to your spirited support, Andrew contributed to the varsity squash and tennis teams, and next year he'll attend James Madison University.
Mrs. Kathy Gray, a member of the Board of Trustees, please join Mrs. McGatt for the presentation of the next diploma. Matthew Tyler Gray.
Also with us from the beginning, Matt, you impressed us as articulate and bright at an early age. In fact, both Mrs. Barnett and Mrs. Campbell recall that you were someone to be counted on who, though quiet, was smart and calm always. You're comfortable in any conversation with adults, though you particularly enjoy talking about literature and technology. That is, of course, if you're not discussing pop culture, film, or movies. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend an entire H block discussing Breaking Bad or House of Cards? You've come a long way from your first days in the upper school. You're both emotionally and academically mature. You ask great questions in class, and you're always well prepared. The combination of intellectual curiosity and solid focus will serve you well as you take the next steps in your journey. Over the years, you've been involved in a variety of clubs and activities, whether robotics, yearbook, or helping technology staff in general. And next year, Matt will attend Loyola University of Maryland. Congratulations.
Patrick Deering Greaves.
Patrick came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. In your own words, the first part of upper school wasn't easy. You struggled to develop the strategies and techniques that you knew would be necessary to be successful. And then, as you turned into your junior year, something clicked. You found academic areas of interest centering around computers and technology. You made the big-time connection that in order to do what you want, you need to put in the time, whether that's seeking out others for clarification or for extra help. Patrick, faculty universally recognize and applaud the transformation in you and in your performance. Next year, Patrick will attend Randolph-Macon College. Congratulations.
Zachary Samuel Gutman.
Zach entered Boys Latin in the 8th grade. Your early days were challenging as you worked to adjust to the new workload. Increasingly, you became more conscientious about seeking help and began to get a clear idea of what it was going to take to find success. For instance, Ms. Rodriguez commented that you completed the greatest academic recovery ever last year in honors physics. All the while, you participated in the life of the school, contributing both to the varsity soccer and squash programs. Most of all, though, Zach, you're known by your signature pants, a kaleidoscope of color that brightens the hallways of the upper school. Next year, Zach will attend High Point University.
Andrew Adam Hairston.
Andrew entered Boys Latin during the 8th grade. You're an engaged and curious student who prides himself on being a problem solver. Kind and personable, you're known for always giving your best effort. In addition to playing football, you've been active as a student leader both in the Diversity Club and Achieving Change Together. Time, resources, and focus, however, have been devoted to your real passion, as we've heard, music. Andrew's dream is to become involved in the music business, either as a musician or a producer. Continuing down that path next year, Andrew will attend Belmont University in Nashville. Congratulations.
Jarek Devon Hardy.
Jarek came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade and quickly made a name for himself as a humble and modest young man who fully embodies our motto and demonstrates the ideals of courage, integrity, and compassion. Those qualities made him a unanimous choice to be a senior prefect this year, serving as a role model to younger Lakers. Your advisor commented that Jarek knows why he was given 2 ears and 1 mouth. He listens with his heart and sagely reflects before speaking. He's a speaks least, says most kind of guy. You've been a leader in the Diversity Club, but also contributed to the varsity football team. Next year, Jarek will attend George Washington University.
Parker James Hawkins.
Parker entered Boys Latin in 7th grade. Ms. Brackens fondly remembers how you made your choice for the Go Learn retreat. You remember that? So apparently, she says, you chose to go to Virginia, where her father was hosting the Go Learn retreat, because it was a longer bus ride, which meant it was a shorter visit, and there was a stop at an ice cream parlor on the way back. Friendly, helpful, and caring, faculty and peers comment that you're a remarkable young man. No doubt your battle with cancer in your freshman year challenged you more than any of us could ever imagine. Yet in your senior speech, you reflected that it was others, whether those seeking treatment, your family, or your friends and brothers here at Boys Latin, that you drew strength from and whom you admire. That extraordinary humility in the face of the most significant adversity is the medal that distinguishes you and your exemplary character. Along the way, you played varsity football and made significant contributions to the robotics team. That passion for math and science will serve you well when you attend the University of Maryland next year. Congratulations.
Dylan Austin Hazlett.
Dylan came to Boys Latin in the 5th grade, and right away you showed your stuff. Mrs. Campbell recalls that you outlearned what she could teach you in math pretty quickly. You're one of our academic all-stars pursuing the most rigorous course of study available. Along the way, the depth of thought you invest in your myriad endeavors never failed to impress. Highlights include poems and speeches on the senior retreat, solving multivariate calculus problems on the board, and the emergence of a leader in AP Lit discussions. Your principled perspective and quiet leadership led you to being named as senior prefect. You've made significant contributions both to the varsity cross country and varsity tennis teams. On top of all this, you've shared your passion for music with our community, perhaps best remembered in your senior speech jam session with Andrew Warner. You've accomplished great things here on Lake Avenue, and next year Dylan will attend the University of Virginia.
Chad Bernard Haseman.
Chad came to Boys Latin during the upper school. You played varsity squash and made a smooth transition to Boys Latin. Though not an easy task for any student, you've adapted well to life here on Lake Avenue. While actively involved outside of school, pursuing your passion for cars or in various community service activities, you've also distinguished yourself here, earning membership in the National Honor Society and becoming a stalwart supporter of the life of the school. You and your transition have been marked by the positive attitude that you exhibit every day. Perhaps that's why you regularly remark that your classmates are more than just your friends. They are indeed your brothers. Next year, Chad will attend Florida State University.
Michael Jahi Hopkins.
Michael came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade, and it was quickly clear you were going to be the kind of guy who'd cheer up anyone's day. Universally beloved by your classmates and the faculty, teachers reflect that you're polite and funny, respectful, and always well prepared. Your classmates think the world of you for your convictions and your moral compass, for your unwavering cheerfulness. These characteristics were so clearly displayed that you received the inaugural Zach DeGrosse Award after your freshman year. This award is given in loving memory of Zach, class of 2013, who died following his freshman year. Along the way, you also served as a leader of the senior retreat and have been active in a variety of clubs and activities. Early on, you indicated your desire to own and run your own business, and next year, you'll take the first steps as you attend the University of the Redlands in California. Congratulations.
Would Mr. Greg Horning, member of the Board of Trustees, please join Mr. McGatt for the presentation of the next diploma. Sean William Horning.
Sean has been with us from the beginning. Was it over that long career in the lower and middle schools that you perfected your pen spinning fluency? That trait memorialized in your senior speech has had far-reaching effects. Faculty have commented that they now see freshmen trying to emulate you. Going back to your days in the lower school when you won the writing award, you've been an academic all-star, pursuing the most rigorous courses and qualifying for advanced placement distinctions. Your advisor reflected that you have the ability to do 3 things at once in class and still pay attention. You've earned numerous accolades and distinctions for your academic success and have made contributions to various clubs and activities, including the Debate Society. That, of course, pales in comparison to your legendary triumphs and corresponding assembly announcements for the indoor soccer and club lacrosse teams. Your wonderful sense of humor, coupled with your own academic firepower, have been a gift to our school and community. Next year, Sean will attend Rice University.
Christopher Daniel Keogh.
The first of a pair of Keoghs who've helped to make our upper school come alive over the past 4 years. Will Dizzy Bat ever be the same? Chris came to Boys Latin in 9th grade. Faculty members hold you in the highest of regard using terms like caring, thoughtful, funny, and intelligent. One commented that Chris's greatest strength is his capacity and desire to succeed. You've been fully involved here at BL, whether early participation in the drama program, your contributions to the varsity football team, or simply your position in the front row of the student section for each and every activity involving your classmates. You're distinguished, however, by your incredibly dry wit and wonderful sense of humor, which, among other things, always points out the inseparability of you and your brother. Next year, Chris will attend Salisbury University.
Connor Austin Keogh.
Now, Connor, it's not just Dizzy Bat, but your dance moves at prom that have endeared you to your classmates. Together with Chris, your willingness to, as one faculty member said, stand up and stand out, displayed tremendous personal courage that you and your brother share. Well, of course, you're close to Chris. You're distinguished, too, by your own personal traits. Teachers see you as a hardworking student. One reflected that you always come to class well prepared and show a level of dedication that few possess. Your perseverance, your unyielding will has compelled you to continue to improve throughout the course of your time in the upper school. And you have, when you played lacrosse or contributing to the varsity football program, you've made the most of your time here on Lake Avenue. Next year, Connor will attend Salisbury University.
Luke Edward Klutz.
Luke came to Boys Latin during the lower school, and since that time, you've been central to the success of this class. Both Mrs. Barnett and Mrs. Campbell recall fondly that even then, there was a leader emerging within you. You found a passion for volleyball and served as co-captain of that team. Your leadership, scholarship, and character made you an easy choice for the National Honor Society, and your passion for Boys Latin was evident as you served as leader of the senior retreat. Your peers equally value those same traits, having elected you as student body president. You've distinguished yourself as a thoughtful and deliberate student leader. You lead by example, and you lead from the heart. Perhaps the best example of this was the impromptu Thanksgiving that you orchestrated with your classmates right before the break. Luke, we're so very grateful for all of your efforts, not just this year, but throughout your years here at Boys Latin. Next year, Luke will attend Florida State.
Austin T. M. Kowaleski.
With us from the beginning, Austin, you've made a name for yourself as one of this class's all-around nice guys. In fact, we're pretty sure that we've never seen you without a smile on your face. You're a dedicated student who's continued to improve throughout your time in the upper school. You've pushed yourself to take an increasingly difficult course load and you've not shied away from decisions that challenge your comfort zone, whether that's making a tough decision to give up something you love or to go on the exchange to Ecuador with little knowledge of the language. In all, you display the characteristics of a true gentleman. Next year, Austin will attend Virginia Tech.
Joseph Matthew Kruger.
Joey came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. The early days weren't easy, and you worked hard to understand expectations and develop strategies to meet the ever-increasing demands. You displayed a tough-mindedness that drove you to excel in the classroom. Always true to yourself, your honesty and charisma are an inspiration to faculty and students alike. That translated into your involvement in athletics as well. Despite some early setbacks, your resiliency enabled you to contribute both to the varsity soccer and lacrosse teams. While we're not quite sure about the mullet, Joey, we are sure that you have limitless capacity to strive and achieve success. Next year, Joey will attend Elon University.
Christopher Morris Lang.
Chris came to Boys Latin in the lower school, and while there were some memorable moments in lower and middle school, it's in the upper school that you've come to embrace your potential and really begun to shine. One teacher reflected that you're a deliberate, careful student who's always engaged. Others have said that you're able to absorb and synthesize material at a very complex level. While you've been involved outside of school, including working full-time through the summer, you've also participated here as a member of the varsity cross-country team. Known for your wry and self-deprecating sense of humor, best seen in your memorable speeches, you're comfortable in your own skin, a wonderful sense of yourself that shows through in what you do and how you do it. Next year, Chris will attend Salisbury University.
Jeremy William Lang.
Jeremy came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. The transition here wasn't easy, yet over time you developed the habits and skills that enabled you to meet the challenges of the workload, but more importantly, to learn about your own inner strength. To find encouraging yourself to become academically successful. And that may be the most important lesson that you've learned along the way. You played varsity football for the great outdoors. Jeremy loved big fishing, but the hook that's always on the brim of your baseball hats. It's this passion for the outdoors that fueled your next country.
John Thomas Carter Lauman.
JT came to Boys Latin during middle school. Through the ups and downs of school life, you've proven yourself to be a curious student who's able to ask good questions and never hesitate to be part of a discussion. One teacher commented that you're an engaged and intuitive student. You've sought to build strong relationships with peers and faculty members alike, leaning on them for friendship and support. Here at Boys Latin, you played baseball and soccer and have been a regular champion for your classmates in their various activities. Next year, JT will attend Roanoke College.
William Hunter Led.
Hunter came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade and began charming us from his first moments here. There's some speculation among middle school faculty that you were out of dress code in the middle school more than you were ever in it. Early on, though, you displayed your sense of conviction and began to hone your personal skills of debate. As you've grown through the upper school, developing a great sense of intellectual curiosity, you ask great questions, and, as Mr. Dodge put it, you have a wonderful adult sense of humor that reflects an understanding of both subtlety and tone. While not an easy path, you've come into your own, and faculty members see and applaud your growth. You have a passion for art, recognized in receiving the school-wide art award and in the work recently displayed in the campus-wide art show. Next year, Hunter will attend St. Mary's College. Congratulations.
Christopher Paul Lobo.
Topher came to boys Latin in the 9th grade and continued to strike his own path. Easygoing, witty, and affable, you're universally hailed as a future lobbyist. You have the extraordinary ability to explain, plead, and convince better than most anyone we've ever seen. Perhaps there's also a bright future in a courtroom, if not on Capitol Hill. You have a great sense of emotional intelligence. You really understand people, and as a result, can help others to be their best. Through the upper school, you continue to develop your focus and determination, and it showed in your ever-improving achievement. It was that same spirit that led you to make contributions to the varsity soccer team and play on the varsity lacrosse team. Next year, Topher will attend Wheaton College in Massachusetts. Congratulations.
Michael Ridgely Long.
Michael came to boys Latin in the 6th grade. You have your own sense of humor, perhaps a little offbeat, but it's hilarious and it's come to epitomize you. You're your own man and you've grown into a mature, focused, and determined student. While you've made much of the lessons that you learned in the weight room in your senior speech, you've also impressed those who coached you with your toughness and willingness to do anything for a team. So that spirit of determination in the classroom translated to your performance on the field, both in playing lacrosse and as you made important contributions to the varsity football program. Next year, Michael will attend the University of South Carolina.
David Nathan Lurie.
David came to boys Latin in the lower school, a man of many nicknames. You know, even the lower school faculty remember that you had this indefatigable sense of right and wrong, and that you were right. Faculty members see you as a curious, engaged, and hardworking student who's come to understand nuance and complexity. Your advisor reflected that you have high goals for yourself and achieved a lot in the classroom, but that you don't take yourself too seriously. You've been involved in clubs and activities, including being elected as a senior class officer. Personally passionate about tennis, you competed with the varsity tennis team while teaching lessons over the summer and throughout the year. David, you have a big heart, and you've matured tremendously over the past several years. David will attend the University of Maryland next year.
Patrick Emerson McManus.
Pat came to boys Latin in his sophomore year. Grounded and approachable, you have absolutely made the most of your years here on Lake Avenue. Academically, you've challenged yourself with an increasingly difficult course load. A teacher commented that you always listened well, and his contributions to class discussions were always well thought and substantive. Recognizing your ability to play up in these more difficult classes, you earned National Honor Society recognition. On the field, you had to deal with a nagging shoulder injury, but your energy and determination never detracted from your experience. You co-captained the varsity football team and contributed to the varsity lacrosse team. Next year, Pat will attend Washington College.
John George Merrill IV.
Jake came to boys Latin in the 6th grade. Your advisor commented that you're a true class act, a never give up type of young man. And you faced your share of challenges and setbacks in your time here. You suffered a debilitating leg injury that had many question your ability to walk normally, let alone play sports again. You heard none of that, and as soon as you were able, you went about grueling therapy and training to not only walk, but to compete. Providing the data is wrong, you played varsity football and varsity lacrosse, characterized by your steadfast determination. Coaches and teachers alike have commented that you're one of the hardest working students that they've ever encountered. And you do so, Jake, with an optimism that others feed off of. Jake will attend Mount St. Mary's next year.
Jack Fitzpatrick Metzger.
With us from the beginning, Jack, you've distinguished yourself as a student and a leader in the class. Teachers have been impressed by your growth, particularly through the upper school. One commented that you're a true intellect, curious, engaged, and thinking all the time. You learn to embrace learning for the sake of loving to learn, perhaps best noted in your individualized course with Mr. Bowling. Literally, you're the only student in the class. No sneaking into the back row in that one. Your interests have taken you well beyond the classroom, even further than wearing the Larry the Laker mascot head so well. You're a three-sport varsity athlete playing on the varsity volleyball, squash team, and tennis teams, and earning all MIA honors. Teachers respect you for your integrity and your ability to see the broad world around you. No question, Jack, you've made us a better place. Next year, Jack will attend Tulane University.
Andrew Skip Miller, Jr.
Drew arrived at Boys Latin in the 6th grade, part of a long family legacy with the school. Today, in fact, marks the beginning of the 4th generation of the family to have graduated from Boys Latin. Mature and conscientious, faculty members are impressed by the seriousness with which you address your schoolwork. You're a pleasant and hardworking young man who adds positively to class discussions. Along with your work as a Laker buddy, you've been a three-sport varsity athlete, having played varsity soccer, squash, and golf. Just this spring, you were awarded the Henry Lepke Award for sportsmanship. That's you at your best, Drew, a kind and gentle young man who quietly does all the little things extraordinarily well. Next year, Drew will attend the College of Charleston.
Christian Jacob Mitchell.
Christian came to Boys Latin in 6th grade. Your quiet and confident sense of self reflects the values that our school holds so dear. You have a passion for math and science, but it's really technology that intrigues you. A Photoshop expert, Christian uses his talent to help edit pictures for the yearbook, and his work can be seen in the hallways of the upper school. Reinforcing the great progress you've made, you received the Physics Award in the recent upper school award ceremony. Among your other passions are fishing, particularly enjoying deep sea expeditions for mahi with your dad in the spring. On top of all that, you learned to play the guitar in the 8th grade, and it was like a hook set in you. Proof positive was your stellar performance just now. Next year, Christian will attend Towson University.
Hunter James Moreland.
Hunter came to Boys Latin in the 8th grade. While much has been made of your grit and determination, we know, Hunter, that it wasn't always that way. After all, in 8th grade, on your very first day, you confessed in tears that you thought Spanish was going to ruin your life. Of course, by the end of the year, you were the top student in the class. Teachers remark on Hunter's commitment to doing his best work all the time, working tirelessly to learn. Coach Shriver recently said that when push ever came to shove, you grit your teeth, take a deep breath, and deliver. You were co-captain of both the varsity soccer and lacrosse teams and played important parts in their success. Make no mistake, however, you're truly a student leader. You were selected as a senior prefect, as leader of the senior retreat, and among other awards as a junior, received the Alexander K. Barton Award for High Ideals and Moral Leadership. You're the embodiment of our motto, Esse Quam Modere. Next year, Hunter will attend Johns Hopkins University.
Hugh Alexander Moscow.
Hugh Mosky came to Boys Latin in his junior year. Your upbeat personality and winning smile have endeared you to classmates and faculty alike in just 2 short years. You're a solid student who's found success in the classroom. The work hasn't always come easily, but your attitude and perseverance have enabled you to do good work. You are a funny, charismatic, lovable young man who, as Coach Shriver says, when the whistle blows, you're ready to take the opponent's head off. You're a fierce and fearless competitor who's a wonderful teammate and friend. I'd venture a guess that while only here for 2 years, Hugh, no one here at school who's interacted with you will ever forget you. You've taken every advantage of every opportunity and left an indelible impression on us. Next year, Hugh will attend the University of Michigan.
Tyler James Moyer.
T came to Boys Latin in the 5th grade. From your early days, your upbeat and generous personality became your hallmarks. In middle school, that exuberance apparently resembled more of the Tasmanian devil zest for life. Think of it as this: a fierce competitor going 100 miles an hour. You've done well in the classroom, and though at times not easy, you've applied yourself to find success. Your energy, flair, and the way that you handle life bring joy to those around you. You contributed to the success of both the varsity soccer and the varsity lacrosse teams. No matter the game, you simply love playing, and that brings a smile to the face of all those around you. Next year, T will attend High Point University.
Connor Gill Mules.
With us from the beginning, Connor, you're well remembered in the lower school as an even-keeled young man who always tried to do his best. That's why you won the Sorensen Award, recognizing the 3rd grade student who demonstrated determination and potential for success. Connor is adamantly family-oriented, learning pre-calculus with his grandfather over the summer, regularly attending his sister's varsity field hockey games, and accompanying your dad to every Ravens home game since the team's inception. You're a strong student that achieved AP recognitions, and testament to your love for our school, you won the Laker Corps Award for several years as you seek to connect with former teachers and be a role model for the youngest Lakers. Next year, Connor will attend the University of Maryland.
Anthony Michael North.
Anthony came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Your wide smile says it all. A bright, committed, and engaged student, you've made great progress through the upper school. You display attention to detail, and faculty love having you in class for your academic strength and your wonderful, quirky sense of humor. Your advisors even suggested that you could easily be mistaken for a member of the technology staff here at Boys Latin. You spend most of your free time in that tech office discussing new concepts, discovering new inventions, or picking the brains of the technology staff. You made significant contributions to the robotics team as a programmer over the years. Next year, Anthony will attend Loyola University of Maryland.
Keegan Timothy O'Connor.
Keegan came to Boys Latin in the 9th grade. Unbridled enthusiasm are the words that many have used to describe you, Keegan. It's even been suggested that your energy is enough to keep the lights here burning at Boys Latin forever. Over time, you harnessed that energy in the classroom, and your focus led to great achievements academically. You possess a deep and abiding kindness that influences what you do and how you do it. Your advisors suggest that you have a big heart that extends to people of all ages. You contributed significantly to the varsity lacrosse team. I think what's most important, though, Keegan, is that you've learned to be true to yourself, and that has formed you both as a person and as a leader. Next year, Keegan will attend the University of Maryland.
Richard Thomas O'Neill IV.
Richie. Throughout the course of the year, Richie said to me, we've made it. Richie, now we've made it. Vividly remembering your first days here on Lake Avenue in 8th grade, several of us always remarked that you had a certain shine, a twinkle in your eye, and that continues today. Teachers comment that you're a strong and strong-willed student who's not afraid to voice his opinions and to back up those opinions in discussion. You've grown and matured through your years in the upper school, taking an increasingly difficult course load and succeeding all the way. You are, of course, at the center of it all. You commanded the podium at assembly like no one else, and you're always found in the front row of the student section. You've written for the newspaper and been involved in all sorts of clubs and activities. Thanks for bringing your contagious enthusiasm to so many facets of life here on Lake Avenue. Next year, Richie will attend the University of Maryland.
Theodore Michael Garrison Paducis.
Teddy entered Boys Latin in the lower school, and frankly, Teddy, the memories are priceless. While some have suggested you were shy and quiet, there's a general consensus that in lower school, You were always confident that you were always right all the time. In the middle school, several colleagues commented that you gave them all they could handle. You've worked hard to develop the habits and skills that have made you successful in the upper school. You've learned to advocate for yourself, and that alone will make a huge difference in your future endeavors. Over time, you've discovered you have a passion for technology, and in the summer, you run your own rental business. Here at Boys Latin, you contributed significantly to the varsity hockey team, earning all conference honors as a senior. Next year, Teddy will attend Clemson University.
James Edward Parker.
With us from the beginning, Jimmy, you're remembered in the lower school as being such a pleasant and cute blonde-haired baby boy. Their words, not mine. In middle school, when asked about your budding social life, you'd respond to people and sort of coyly respond, I don't know. Your advisor reflects that you're a reliable and responsible person, truly a great friend. You're always polite, and people see in you that you take pride in doing the little things so well. You're honest and valued as a leader among your peers. You're captain of the varsity volleyball team and rejoiced with your teammates when you won the lacrosse championship last month. Folks believe that when you need something done, Jimmy, you're the answer. Jimmy will attend Sewanee, the University of the South, in the fall.
William Foster Harriet.
With us from the beginning, Will, you remembered walking the halls of the lower school as a personable and good-natured young man, and apparently quite the history student, winning the Social Studies Award in 5th grade. Will's upward trajectory continued right through the conclusion of senior year. Teachers respect you for your strong and steady work ethic. It's seen your commitment to challenge yourself as you've enrolled in increasingly difficult classes. You're not one to shy away from a challenge, and that determined has been seen in your athletic pursuits as well. A 3-sport varsity athlete, you contributed both to the varsity volleyball and served as co-captain and earned all conference honors for both the varsity squash and the varsity tennis teams. Next year, will attend Florida State University.
Riley Frederick Peters.
Riley came to Boys Latin in his junior year. This, after you'd suffered a concussion whose symptoms had persisted for some time. You sought the environment of small classes and teachers who would get to know you and support you in order to help you achieve your goals. You immediately jumped in head first. You've shown in your work you're serious about your studies. Along the way, you've established strong relationships with teachers and classmates through your endearing personality and your never-quit attitude. You contributed significantly to the success of the varsity lacrosse team. Next year, Riley will attend Fairfield University.
David Brendan Kusanek.
David came to Boys Latin during the lower school. Even in those early days, it was clear that you loved the school and loved being a Laker. Over time, you've had to deal with a debilitating illness which, over the course of several years in the upper school, raised questions as to whether you could even return. Not to be deterred, you remained positive and got a handle on the disease rather than being defined by it. You never complain, and instead you work hard, and you always offer your very best effort. Amidst the challenges that you faced, you've emerged as a mature and thoughtful young man who is a natural choice to serve as a senior prefect. He contributed significantly both to the soccer and lacrosse teams, and next year David will attend UMBC.
Brett Austin Roberts.
Brett came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Early on, you faced the tragic loss of your mom. I spoke with your grandparents about a month ago, and they relayed a story to me of how, in your mom's wisdom, she wanted to be a part of the school and community. But Brett, we've gained so much more from you as a part of Boys Latin. Over time, you've discovered a love of photography and video. Your advisor reflected that you've captured the true spirit of our school, creating professional videos of sporting and other events and capturing great memories of the school life that will be treasured forever. You've been a big part of various teams, including football and soccer, basketball, and especially lacrosse. exhibiting a what can I do for you next attitude. In our community, you're well respected for your kind and generous spirit, which made you a natural choice as a senior prefect. You were honored with the Frank Chubb Technology Award as a junior and received the prestigious Legacy Award at the recent Upper School Assembly. Brett, the legacy that you've created here is extraordinary, and we're so glad that you found a home on Lake Avenue. Next year, Brett will attend the University of Maryland.
Evan Matthew Robinson.
Evan came to Boys Latin in the 5th grade. Faculty comment that you're an intense and driven student who's worked tirelessly to achieve great things. You challenge yourself tremendously through the upper school. Faculty see you as smart and insightful. You're able to analyze and express your ideas creatively. Highlights have included your Outstanding Achievement Award in French. And while you've been involved in a variety of activities in athletics, you've really made your mark in the mock trial club. You've risen through the ranks of witness to lead prosecutor. You're a fearsome opponent across the courtroom. That experience has led you to identify law as a future pursuit. And in keeping with your adventurous and curious spirit, next year, Evan will attend the University of Texas. Congratulations.
Andrew David Rigeri.
Andrew came to Boys Latin in the upper school. You sought the opportunity to be in a smaller environment. The transition from public school wasn't always easy, but yet you focused and found success as you began to develop strong study skills and habits. Teachers appreciate your determination, and as you progress through the upper school, you've seen the fruits of your labors. You've been involved in myriad activities here at Boys Latin and outside school, but perhaps the area where you found the greatest connection and joy is as part of the Spirit Club. There's not an event or activity, it seems, where you're not right there in the middle of the front row. Next year, Andrew will attend McDaniel College.
Daniel Carpenter Schaefer.
Danny came to Boys Latin in 9th grade. Faculty members describe you as self-motivated and goal-minded student. You've challenged yourself academically, as independence, time management, and organizations have been your hallmarks. You met the demands of a rigorous course load. Impressed with your growth since 9th grade, one teacher reflected that Danny seems to be learning for himself, not for a grade. You've been an active member of the Laker Buddy and Laker Corps programs, and you jumped into the Spirit Club, helping to provide leadership and direction. You've been deeply involved playing varsity soccer, a sport that you've loved since your earliest days, for which you've won all sorts of distinction. Next year, Danny will attend American University.
Shackelford Paul Stanwyck.
Shaq came to Boys Latin in 9th grade. You've had a pretty good run here, haven't you? Now that you're an alumnus, though, you can park in whatever spot you'd like whenever you're late on campus for something. Contributor to the varsity soccer and co-captain of varsity lacrosse teams, you're universally hailed for your dignity, humility, and remarkable sportsmanship. You set the single season and all-time scoring records here at Boys Latin, and frankly, Shaq, the list of awards and accolades is too long to thing, though. It tells only part of the story. Shaq, you're a terrific artist. You've taken every art course we have to offer. You're kind and approachable, and you exhibit an understanding of the responsibility that you have. About a month ago, I spoke to a lower school mother whose son saw you and a bunch of your classmates during a free lunch period over at Panera. You made a point of going over to the boy who's in the 3rd grade, saying hi, and asking him how his day was. He was awestruck. It was such a little thing, but it says so much. You're respected by your classmates, teammates, teachers, and coaches, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. Next year, Shaq will attend Johns Hopkins University.
Blake Evan Bennett.
Blake came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. In your senior speech, you relay what it was like to face and to live with diabetes. Your can-do attitude and determined spirit distinguish you as the type of student that teachers love to teach. You're engaged in your learning. You're focused, you're organized, you're conscientious. Blake, you always do your work and you do it to the best of your ability. Respected by peers and faculty alike, you're a man of great character. You played varsity baseball throughout your time in the upper school, and you've been involved in a variety of clubs and activities, most notably the Lake Report program. Testament to the high esteem in which your peers hold you, you were elected senior class president this year, and you did an outstanding job. Next year, Blake will attend the University of Maryland.
Robert Griffin Volker.
Griff came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. You're a curious and passionate young man with a sense of humor that celebrates both the bad joke and the pun. You have a love of learning that with energy and focus has produced great results. That's been the case especially during your junior and senior year. One teacher commented that you're dynamic and creative thinking which helps you work out connections. You have the ability to see and understand nuance in a pretty sophisticated way. You have a passion for music, which outside of BL takes you down to the School of Rock. You also love lacrosse, having played on the varsity team and been involved in supporting the shootout for soldiers. Most of all, though, Griff, you're a terrific friend to classmates, to peers, and to faculty as well. Next year, Griff will attend the University of Maryland.
Would Mr. David Watts, member of the Board of Trustees, please join Mr. McGatt for the presentation of the next diploma? Dylan O'Donnell Watts.
Dylan has been with us from the beginning. Remembered in the lower school for being intelligent, steady, and an all-around sweet boy. You've quietly yet deliberately excelled through your years here on Lake Avenue. That culminated in earning membership to the National Honor Society. You're an enthusiastic scientist that is a real leader in the lab, and Mrs. Rodriguez is confident that you'll make an awesome engineer one day. You're known for your friendly grin that lights up your face as you meander the hallways, a grin that's fondly remembered in the lower school and all the way through. In fact, there's been some discussion, Dylan, as to whether or not you've been observed in anything less than a good mood. You're a three-sport varsity athlete contributing to the varsity volleyball and squash teams and serving as co-captain of the varsity golf team. Next year, Dylan will attend Auburn University.
Randy Benjamin Wells, Jr.
Randy came to Boys Latin in the upper school. Faculty members describe you as honest and humble, and they respect you, Randy, because of your good-natured and cooperative way. Achievement in academics has never come easily to you, yet, through perseverance, you found success, particularly in your junior and senior years. Along the way, you discovered a passion for golf that occupies you year-round. You put in long hours hitting balls and working on your game, and that's resulted in great memories with the varsity golf team, as well as wonderful friendships. Next year, Randy will attend Clemson University.
Nicholas Michael Wheelis.
Nicky's been with us from the beginning. Lower school faculty remember you shy, and middle school faculty members recall some bumps along the way. But in the upper school, you've connected with a group of peers and faculty, and you've forged strong bonds of friendship and support. Faculty members have reflected that you're drawn to the big questions and that you think deeply. Mr. Dodge commented that there's always a layer of analysis with Nick. Nothing just happens. I read this tendency as an ongoing attempt to make meaning. You're insatiably curious, and you become the class's literary voice. In your senior speech, you spoke eloquently of your passion for literature and writing. That passion certainly is carried through in the classroom, recognized in your receiving the Love of Literature Award at the recent Upper School Assembly. Leaning on those strong bonds of friendship and support, you've worked to overcome challenges, and you're poised to take the next step in your journey. Next year, Nick will attend St. John's College in Annapolis.
Travis Joseph White.
Travis came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. From your first days here on Lake Avenue, it was clear, Travis, that you were a compassionate young man, a dedicated worker, and mature beyond your years. In fact, you were held in such high regard that as an 8th grader, you taught a Spanish class for Ms. Brackens. She had a meeting and Mrs. Anderson was to cover the class, and Ms. Brackens had so much faith in your Spanish skills and your ability to lead a class that she put you in charge of delivering her lesson. That passion for the language carried forward with you into the upper school. In Ecuador, you impressed everyone with your genuine interest and consideration. Travis, you may not realize it, but your actions and concern lift up those around you. No matter the activity, no matter the circumstances, everyone wants to be with you. The intense academic schedule, dedication to cross-country, support of classmates, success in debate, leadership in the Writing Center all show how much you love being a Boys Latin Laker. Next year, Travis will attend Sewanee, the University of the South.
Michael Robert Whitehurst.
Michael came to Boys Latin in his junior year. You immediately made a name for yourself exhibiting toughness and depth of character as you underwent the transition. Teachers have been impressed with how you've made the most of the opportunities you've been presented. Not a day goes by where you've not shown your appreciation for being a member of this community. Your advisor recently reflected that you're quite simply a wonderful young man. A key contributor both to the varsity baseball and varsity football teams, it's come as no surprise to your coaches and teammates that you are Boys Latin's nominee for the McCormick Unsung Hero Award. Michael will attend Susquehanna University in the fall.
Robert Dennison Wilder III.
Trey's been with us from the beginning. You're remembered as such a sweet young man who was a good and thorough worker. Of course, those were the days before the shirt tails got too short for you. Trey is a perceptive and kind young man who always asks others what they need rather than requesting something for himself. He's learned to push himself academically to take more challenging courses and has earned honor roll and Dean's List recognitions. Trey, you have a strong moral compass and desire to help others. Your advisor reflected that Trey can truly appreciate others as they are, no matter how different from him they may be. His goal is to become a dentist, and I know someday he will be the kindest dentist I've ever met. Next year, Trey will attend the University of Delaware.
Justin Alexander Williams.
Justin came to us in the 9th grade. You spoke eloquently about your middle school experience in your senior speech and how it related to your own sense of community built here on Lake Avenue. You're cool, calm, and collected. Described by your advisor as a gentle giant with the friendliest of smiles, we know that beneath that pleasant smile is true determination. For instance, excelling in 4 different AP classes this year. With a heart of gold, you've been our go-to man for the Diversity Club, serving as an excellent representative at local and national conferences. Next year, Justin will attend Hampton University.
Bennett Robert Wisner, Jr.
Bennett came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. You developed a reputation as a respectful and hardworking student. One teacher commented that Bennett always does his best work and tries 100% of the time. He's engaged in class and jovially adds to all discussions. You're naturally kind and affable. He is so personable and unfailingly polite to one and all. Somewhere around the age of 10, you fell in love with the game of golf. Over the last 4 years, you've set all sorts of records in boys Latin golf, and you've competed at the very highest levels. Along the way, you've earned every measure of golf league recognition and team award. Next year, you'll carry that passion in your bag as you attend Loyola University.
Andrew Fred Werner.
Andrew came to Boys Latin in the 6th grade. Compassionate and kind, everyone feels your positive energy and is glad to be around you. You're an earnest and curious student whom faculty members respect because of your engagement in class and the love of learning that you display. One faculty member reflected that Andrew is as kind and empathic as he is smart and ambitious. You played varsity football disappointed by a shoulder injury this year. We know, though, that your love is music. Your advisor commented that you draw inspiration and peace from making music. We, the audience, are the benefactors of his talent and vision. We heard a little of that talent just a little while ago, and we've seen your growth over the last 7 years. There will never be a 1-2 combo like you and Hazlett, and we're forever grateful and better for it. Next year, Andrew will attend the University of Maryland.
Parker David Yablon.
With us from the beginning, there's a picture of you on the cover of the school magazine when you were in pre-first, sitting on the stairs of the lower school next to Dyson. Word has it that even back then in the lower school, you were working on forming your opinions and sharing them with everyone. Your advisor reflected that you deeply care about this community and have dedicated many hours to supporting your school, including serving as student director for one of the senior retreats. You've served as a student body and class officer over the years, and also served as a Laker buddy in the lower school, wonderfully recognized by your little brother in 1st grade at closing convocation. In your senior speech, you talked openly about your early challenges with vision and sight, and how much doubt there was about your ability to play sports going forward. Of course, you worked ceaselessly to overcome the odds and served as co-captain of the varsity soccer team as a goalie and co-captain of the baseball team as a catcher. Next year, Parker will attend the University of Maryland.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014.
As we conclude our ceremony this morning, I'd ask that you all remain and join us on the lawn for refreshments as we congratulate the members of the class of 2014. Before we process out, though, I'd like the class of 2014 to stand once more for the farewell. Farewell, brothers and friends. And so it has come to this last moment at which we will pause and linger, this last moment from which you have prepared over most of a lifetime now. As such, you and your school have arrived at crossroads together. Your school, as you shall leave behind these halcyon days, and these hallowed halls will quiet without your laughter, without your song, and without your voice. And you, because the bonds of your relationships and the legacy of your words and deeds shall live on in spirit, handed forward to those who shall rise next as the foundation of good works yet to come. And someday, too, it shall be your sons, and their sons, too, perhaps, who will follow in your path, who will inherit what is yours, who will walk here among us. But alas, that time is not now. That time is yet to come. So, dear friends, for a little while, goodbye. forever great good luck, and may God bless each and every one of you all of your days.
Well, that was so smart. I went to orientation last Monday with them, and I went to like go do sign up for parents weekend, and they're like, oh yeah, no, like your best shot at getting back in here is like graduation. You better sign up for that. Yeah, it's such a good point, and it's like Thanksgiving. I like that's